The air crackles. Tension hangs heavy, a suffocating blanket across the globe. It's 2025. We stand at the precipice, staring into the abyss of a conflict unlike any other. The drums of war beat a relentless rhythm, a primal echo in the very soul of humanity. The world watches, waits, prays. Every news cycle brings us closer to the brink. Diplomats scramble, their words hollow in the face of impending doom. Agreements crumble, trust evaporates. The world, once a kaleidoscope of vibrant cultures and shared dreams, now teeters on the edge of chaos. This is not a war of nations, not anymore. It's a war for the very soul of humanity. A struggle for survival in a world where the lines between right and wrong have blurred, where the thirst for power threatens to consume us all. The clock is ticking. The countdown to oblivion has begun. The desert sun beats down, a merciless inferno upon a desolate landscape. Here, in the heart of a forgotten wasteland, modern warfare clashes with ancient tradition. Tanks churn through the dunes, leaving trails of dust and destruction. Above, fighter jets scream, their shadows dancing across the burning sands. Thousands of miles away, the jungle fights back. A different kind of war unfolds beneath a suffocating canopy of green. Guerrilla fighters, phantoms of the forest, wage a silent, deadly war, every vine, every shadow a potential threat. Here the enemy is unseen, unheard until it's too late. And then there are the cities, once bustling hubs of life and commerce, now transformed into concrete graveyards. Skyscrapers, once symbols of progress, now stand as hollow sentinels, scarred and broken by the ravages of war. The streets below are eerily empty, save for the rumble of distant explosions and the ghostly echo of gunfire. 3 different battlefields, each a testament to the destructive nature of war. Yet amidst the chaos, a flicker of hope remains. War is a monster. It devours everything in its path, leaving only devastation and despair. But even in the darkest of times, the human spirit finds a way to shine through. In the bombed-out shells of once great cities, ordinary people perform extraordinary acts of courage. Neighbors help neighbors, doctors and nurses work tirelessly, their dedication unwavering in the face of overwhelming odds. Children, their innocence shattered by the horrors they've witnessed, find solace in small acts of kindness, sharing what little food and water they have. In the refugee camps, sprawling testaments to the displacement of war, hope takes root. Families torn apart by conflict find solace in shared stories and dreams of a brighter future. Teachers, their classrooms now reduced to rubble, continue to educate, nurturing the minds of the young, reminding them that even in the darkest of nights, the sun will rise again. These are the unsung heroes of war, the ordinary people who, in the face of unimaginable hardship, refuse to let the flame of hope die. They are a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a beacon of light in a world shrouded in darkness. While armies clash on battlefields, a different kind of war rages in the shadows. This is the world of espionage, where information is power and trust is a luxury few can afford. Spies, diplomats, and double agents play a deadly game of cat and mouse. Alliances shift like desert sands, betrayals cut deep like a traitor's knife. Every word whispered, every document stolen could tip the scales of war. In this clandestine world, the truth is a chameleon, constantly changing, always elusive. Rumors swirl like wildfire, fueled by propaganda and misinformation. The line between reality and fabrication blurs, leaving the world questioning everything, trusting no one. The fate of nations, the future of humanity, rests on the shoulders of these unseen warriors. Their victories are silent, their failures catastrophic. They are the ghosts in the machine, the whispers in the night, the unseen hand that guides the destiny of nations. The tension, simmering for months, finally reaches its boiling point. The world holds its breath as years of simmering resentment, political maneuvering, and military buildup culminate in a single, decisive confrontation. This is it. Omega Hour. The battle that will determine the fate of the world. On land, at sea, and in the skies, a maelstrom of steel and fury erupts. The very air vibrates with the deafening roar of artillery and the thunderous boom of bombs. Tanks clash in a ballet of destruction, their metal hides scarred by the fury of their dance. Overhead, fighter jets engage in deadly aerial duels, leaving contrails of smoke and fire against the azure canvas of the sky. The world watches, transfixed, as the battle rages. Every newsfeed, every screen displays the same harrowing images, the raw, unfiltered brutality of war. Hope hangs by a thread, a fragile flicker in the face of overwhelming despair. And then, as the sun begins its final descent, casting long shadows across the ravaged landscape, a hush falls over the battlefield. The fighting ceases. Silence, eerie and unsettling, descends like a shroud. The outcome hangs in the balance, the future uncertain. From the ashes, picking up the pieces, one memory at a time. The smoke clears, revealing a world forever changed. The cost of victory, if it can even be called that, is etched upon the faces of the survivors. The scent of death lingers in the air, a grim reminder of the price of war. The long, arduous task of rebuilding begins. From the ashes of destruction, a new world order must emerge. One built not on fear and division, but on understanding, cooperation, and a shared desire for peace. The scars of war, both physical and emotional, run deep. The healing process will be slow, fraught with pain and heartache, but even in the midst of such immense loss, the human spirit finds a way to persevere. Communities come together, offering support and solace to one another. Families mourn their dead, honoring their memory with stories and laughter, ensuring that their legacy lives on. And slowly, painstakingly, life begins to bloom again in the wasteland of war. Scars that speak, a legacy etched in stone, a future carved in hope. Across the globe, memorials rise, stark reminders of the cost of conflict. Names etched in stone, each one representing a life cut short, a future unrealized. They serve as a solemn testament to the human cost of war, a warning to future generations. These memorials are not just places of mourning, but also places of learning. They challenge us to confront the horrors of the past, to understand the consequences of hatred and intolerance. They remind us that peace is not a passive state of being but an active choice that demands constant vigilance and unwavering commitment. The lessons of war are harsh, but necessary. They teach us the value of unity, the importance of diplomacy, and the fragility of peace. They remind us that true strength lies not in the might of our weapons, but in the courage of our convictions and our unwavering belief in the power of humanity. The indomitable spirit, finding light in the darkest corners of history. War tests us. It pushes us to the very edge of our humanity, forcing us to confront our deepest fears and darkest impulses. But it also reveals the best of who we are. In the aftermath of unimaginable destruction, we witness extraordinary acts of compassion, courage, and resilience. We see strangers become saviors, neighbors become heroes, and enemies become allies. This is the indomitable spirit of humanity, the unwavering belief in the power of hope, even in the face of overwhelming despair. It is this spirit that allows us to rebuild, to heal, and to emerge from the ashes of conflict, stronger and more united than ever before. The road ahead will be long and arduous, but as long as this spirit endures, as long as we remember the lessons of the past and strive to create a better future, there is always hope. A promise to remember, a vow to rebuild, the unending march towards peace. The war is over, but the fight for peace never ends. It is a daily struggle, a conscious choice to embrace understanding over hatred, compassion over indifference, and forgiveness over resentment. We owe it to ourselves, to future generations, to honor the sacrifices made by those who fought and died for a better world. We must learn from the mistakes of the past and work tirelessly to create a future where war is not an option, but a distant memory. Let us emerge from the shadow of war stronger, wiser, and more united. Let us build a world where differences are celebrated, where dialogue replaces division, and where peace is not just a dream, but a living, breathing reality. This is our challenge. This is our responsibility. This is our legacy. Let us build a future worthy of the sacrifices made, a world where peace reigns and humanity thrives.